It is 6:44. Let's talk about Saints football. Cam Jordan says the Saints will turn Sunday's loss to the Rams to a lesson learned. The team may have to do without Drew Brees for some time. Joining us now to talk about the Saints loss is WWLTV.com sports columnist and host of Saints Happy Hour podcast, Ralph Malborough, coming from the kitchen of his mom's home in Houston. Thanks for joining us.
Spacious.
Yeah. It was a hard day. It was a hard game to watch yesterday. I mean, it was one of those games where everything that could go wrong seemed to go wrong for the Saints.
It was one of those moments where I just kept thinking, oh God, this can't be happening, as it flashed through my mind. Honestly, Eric, I saw the tweet in the commercial break that Teddy Bridgewater was warming up, and I just sort of blacked out, and I may have reached for a bottle of bourbon. It was just a haze of panic and sadness. But here's the thing. Why did it have to be against the Rams?
I know.
Couldn't it have been against any other football teams? Now, whenever I see the Rams helmet, I'm just going to break out into crying jags.
And you think if any game that the refs didn't want to screw up in, they did this one, and two really egregious screw-ups.
Well, here's the thing. If Drew Brees suffering a season-ending injury wasn't bad enough...
Well, we don't know that for sure yet.
We don't know that for sure. We'll cross our fingers. We had to reset our days since the NFL apologized to the Saints counter back to 0.
Yeah.
Because officials took a touchdown away from Cam Jordan that everybody saw, and Cam Jordan even said everybody knew what it was. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but let's say this. I'm not sure that you're aware, but Cam Jordan calling the referee's footlocker means he gains automatic induction into the Saints Ring of Honor. He's a legend.
But if you think about that, you know, the NFC Championship game, terrible officiating. The first game of the regular season, terrible officiating.
Terrible.
Then this game against the Rams, terrible officiating.
Eric, I said last Monday, I just want one game where the NFL isn't sending Sean Payton a certified letter or calling him after the game is done. I just want one game like that. And that dream, it looks like it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I think yesterday, combined with the injury and the egregious officiating, I think
it couldn't have gotten
Saints
worse.
Fans, we went to a dark place that we haven't been in many a year.
Yeah, and I still don't know if you know the Cam Jordan touchdown should have counted. If it did, we still might have lost the game. I mean, it wasn't the Saints' best effort.
No, and look, we don't know how Teddy's going to be. Give him a week of practice and getting all the reps, and the Saints really believe in him. They convinced him to stay. He had other options to go start, so we'll see how that does. But the thing now with the Saints, and I said this in my column that I'll post later today, is the bad news for the Saints is our dreams of another 13-3 season and home field advantage. They're deader than the plans to revitalize Jazzland, right? But the good news is the NFC South is the worst division in football.
Yep.
9-7 could win that division. So if Drew is still able to play this year and he's able to be only out 6 to 8 weeks, if the Saints can just hold on for dear life and be about 500 when he gets back, and maybe he'll have 6-7 games to play, I think the season can still be salvageable. It can be fun. You just have to reset your expectations. We were all dreaming of the Super Bowl and vengeance and making up for the blown call and that sort of thing. And now you just have to reevaluate it and reset your goals of, hey, these games that the Saints are going to be in for the next 2 months are going to be ugly. They're going to be like 16-13, and you have to embrace getting in the mud and rolling around and field goals and you know, playing for field position and that sort of thing. It's just not going to be, hey, Drew's got 35 seconds left. He's going to drive us down and kick the game-winning field goal. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's just going to be unpleasant to watch a little bit, but you just got to embrace the journey up the mountain with no shoes.
Yeah, well, thank goodness for Will Lutz. Hopefully, Teddy has a good season. And, you know, and to make matters worse, as bad of a Sunday as it was, then you have to see the Falcons look good against the Eagles last night.
I don't know that they looked good. Last night buoyed my spirits because I looked at Atlanta. They lost 2 more offensive linemen. Yeah. I'm telling you, 9-7 is going to win the NFC South. So the Saints just need to get about 4 wins if Drew Brees is out for 2 months. They need
All right.
about 3 or 4 wins, and they can do it.
We got to stop you there. All right, Ralph. We'll remember that number and hold you to it.